Salam alaikum. Blessed day. Barak Bakar. I hope everybody's alright. We give praises to Allah Yahuwah, Adonai Shabbat. Oh, I'm sorry. There was a emergency vehicle coming through just now. Anyway, the title of this video is going to be Heirs and Infrastructure. Basically, when you think of heirs, you have to be able to explain what it is. It's the simplest term that some can say is my sons and daughters. You know, when you have a tribalistic mentality, it's not just your sons and daughters. You're dealing with everybody's sons and daughters. You're dealing with your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunts. You're dealing with those who moved into your nation. They seek to live the lifestyle you do. I mean, you're dealing with everyone inside the land. So when you talk about heirs are the children from the generations that come after you. They need infrastructure. For us as a Nubian people, we've lacked true infrastructure forever. A lot of people get upset with Caucasian people, but I think that now is the time to come off of that and get over it and try to understand that you're not going to spend another 400 years wasting the time of our people crying about what you think white men do or don't do. We don't have time for that anymore. That's some crybaby bull crap, and there is no ascension from that. The only ascension that we're going to get is if you actually do something worthy of calling yourself part of our people. You know? And we need infrastructure. So, Caucasian people teach their kids to hunt. They teach their kids to fish. They teach their kids about the various different fauna in the land. Fauna meaning the plants. They show them what's poisonous, what's safe to eat, and how to use it. There's a lot of being outdoorsman is a big thing amongst Caucasians in America. Fundamentally, we did not take that up as heavily as we should. Some do, some don't. So some people who watch this and are mad because I said it, I apologize to you. Big up to those who live in the Southeast region and in the Midwest who actually own farmland, actually learned how to fish and hunt from their grandpappy and taught their kids. My dad, when we were growing up, wanted us to move to South Carolina, and that would have been all well and good, but then you're bringing up other situations where I won't even go there. But that's a part of the system of infrastructure because it limits the amount of dependence that you put out there for food. The next thing is that you should understand what true collateral is. As my brother Ishmael posted up today, he said that the cash tender that we use today is useless. I mean, it's something that it depreciates with value every year. So in order for you to stay on top of things, you need to have physical assets. Not saying that you're a stock investor invested in gold, although that does help, but that you have physical gold with you. You have physical jewels with you. You're able to make things by hand. You are able to raise animals, because that's a part of tender animals. Textile industry, being able to make clothing, or make the thread for the clothing, or the glue and things of that nature that we need to be able to produce these things, is the textile industry. Animal husbandry and plant husbandry is just another step towards us being able to have some permanent wealth that no matter what happens, it's always producing to us. It's always giving us something to be able to sell. Aquaponics is something I'm getting into now, and I'm about to get into raising bees. Honey sells, and it also helps the agriculture. It also helps the plants to grow. So I'm about to get into that. In addition to that, you need finite infrastructure or higher level infrastructure to be able to run in a capitalistic society. And the thing about this level of infrastructure for our people, it has to be a kingdom goal, a kingdom mindset. It's almost like taxes. You pay taxes to the United States of America. The thing is that in this case, the money that you put up, you're not getting back directly. You're not getting back in your personal individual pocket. You'll get it back in other ways. Again, the goal of this is for the sake of our heirs. Infrastructure will give us the ability to do things that we not be able to do with individually. One man on the field with a shield can't do anything. It's going to take multiple men with multiple shields. That's one of the reasons why people used to say strength in numbers, have lots of babies, but that's lost against on us, because now women don't want to have children and men don't want to take care of children. But it's okay. Someday we'll see the errors in our ways with that, and we'll get back to doing what we are supposed to do, and that's be fruitful and multiply, increase in number, and take care of one another. But anyway, when these heirs come up, the United States already puts a debt on them. That's like a couple $1 billion. 20 years ago, it was a couple $100,000. Upon being born, any child has a debt of $50,000 on their head from just being born. Health insurance helps with that, because people put money into that, and it's non-profit. So the interest rates on that money that they've already put into the bank gives them the ability to be able to politic with the doctor's offices. That's another reason why doctor's offices do not like that industry, the insurance industry, but it gives them the ability to get their money. So when I just said the bank, when you pay insurance rates, it doesn't, it goes straight to a bank. Now, it collects interest on it. So the investors that paid so that insurance company should grow get the money straight out. The thing about that is that you don't get anything but your health care, unless there's some stipulations. You might not even get your health care. So in this situation, the infrastructure is supposed to be designed to make sure that no debt is incurred on your child to the point where your child is not able to build in the name of our people. Meaning that in most nations, a child is able to have, a man is able to have land, he's able to have a place to live, and he's able to have wife or wives, or whatever you might want to say. It's on you. But the fact of the matter is, he's able to have it. And he's able to have it successfully on the basis of his own merits. So, if your own merits don't exist in the United States, then you'll be slaving forever and still never get anywhere. Now, you have a banking system that's a private banking system where you raised $960,000 a month, and it's to flip that to $15 to $60 million a year. Now, that money is accruing interest in the bank. And every year you put money in that bank, it's accruing interest. And we're buying things. We're buying houses, and we're buying land, and we're raising more animals. And we're also creating an R&D system, research and development. So now our people that were not able to get jobs, we can actually pay them. We can pay them to be teachers during the day, and also to work on projects in interim, so that we can create technology that can be able to raise our people up further than they could have been on themselves. Because the innovator is the one that creates a job. A business owner can create some sort of work, but the thing with that business owner is that the elements might cause a situation where he can't work, and he still has to provide for his employees, his wife and his kids, and pay his bills. You see what I'm saying? In this situation now, I already mentioned to you guys several times, the United States has the H-1B1 visa, which enables other people to come into the nation based on their intelligence, and these people create the science and the technology so that businesses can soar, so that we can be able to sell products and services, because the United States is a services, capitalistic, human capital slavery industry. So those people now create the $1 million jobs, and those $1 million jobs are the ones that hire those people who can lift furniture, and those people who can mow lawns, and those people who can do plumbing, and those people who can watch babies. You know what I'm saying? But before you can have that lower level work, you need to have that upper level work. You know, that's part of the infrastructure. Education is an extremely important part of infrastructure. Being able to take care of your elderly is an extremely important part of infrastructure. Being able to take care of your heirs is a very big importance of infrastructure. It's the most important part of it. Raising animals, an important part of it. You know, because it's going to be time involved in that, and energy that we could have been doing in other things. You know, and some people, just like Marcus Garvey said, ain't gonna be good enough to be a part of this. A lot of people quote Marcus Garvey, but don't truly understand what he was saying. You know, a lot of people say, I'm gonna go to Africa, I'm gonna go to Africa, and they don't have any ability to do anything but be a slave. What do I mean by that? If hope is not on a prayer in the United States of America, why the hell are you gonna think you're gonna go to another country with no money, or with $50,000, and think that, yeah, I'm just gonna get some land and I'm going to get married and start a business? You don't know the language, you can't really hire anybody, and you don't have any know-how. How long do you think things are gonna go great out there? It's not gonna go long. All the West Indians that were given land by Haile Selassie, you know what happened? The Ethiopians ripped it from them because they said that this is fertile soil. The Rastafarians weren't doing anything. They didn't come out there and provide anything for those people. They just went about their business. So as a result of just running around your business and people looking at you and having needs that they fully feel like they're your needs, the government is not going to show you any love. You need worth. Set up the infrastructure. Have the science for the medicine, and have the science for the technology. Have the science to be able to build. Have the science to be able to raise animals. Have the science to be able to raise food. Have the science to create healthy, educational entertainment, and stop shaking your booty on poles all the time, and stop putting on that fake ass reality TV. I'm sorry, that crap is trash. You know? We got all this time to talk about feast days and we don't raise the animals ourselves, so we don't know if it meets the requirements that Yah says. And it says, no, not one jot or tittle shall come from the law, separate from the law until heaven and earth pass. So how are you keeping Torah if you are not owning the land, if you're not raising the animals? It's not correct, you know? But we all have the same book, and I'm sure that there are a lot of brothers and sisters out there who want to stay on a pulpit or want to make videos and want to get you to sing and just basically half-ass this, because we think that we know things and we don't practice the things that it says to practice. You know, I'm tired of preaching to people, but I'm gonna tell you, our heirs are the most important things. When you die, you might not see the Creator, but you're gonna teach your kids to wait on Yah and forget that a hope deferred is gonna cause them to reject Yah, because you didn't create any hope for them. These kids are born and they don't have anything to be able to work with. You don't have anything that you could be able to teach them or show them. And you have provided them with nothing to be able to compete in this world. And that, to me, is a tragedy. I mean, why? Why would you do that? Because you didn't think things through. And while hard work and blisters on your hands are a great thing, I mean, if in the end of all things you're not able to quantitate that for our children, then you wasted all your time. You know, your kids, it's nothing worse than a kid not seeing the best happen. A little girl who sees their family struggling and then starts stripping and hoeing. You know, a little boy who sees their parents struggling all the time and then thinks that selling drugs is the answer to their problems. You know, because you're not showing them anything different, and they don't want to be like you. That's just it. So what infrastructure did you create for our heirs? Very important. What did you create? You know, I don't want this to be a 30, 40, 50-minute video. Heirs and infrastructure is important. And in order for black people to get somewhere in this world, they need to have a system of their design. And they have to understand that that system being created does not mean that they can pocket anything, but it gives them opportunity to have other things because the money is now available. Now we can borrow money off of the interest that we've accrued. I hope you understand that. Much love.